now we're going to talk to Riley. So I didn't do a video of Riley's work. I can just show you some of the beautiful environments that everybody comments on. So here is the buildings, the castle. And the beautiful scenery, and you might notice the heart-shaped well in the middle of that screen, which it was so much better than I had hoped it could be. It was just beautiful. Oh wait, oh, here's a pop quiz for everybody. Which of these items did Riley not have to make? A butterfly chrysalis, a bell in a bell tower, horse dung, or a veil over a portrait?
Hey Riley.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Do you want me to run through the questions?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go through the questions.
Ready. Yeah. So working on the Frog's Princess was extremely quick. I think I only worked on it for, what did we end up, 10 weeks?
It was 12 in total, but you were doing storyboards. It wasn't all art.
Yeah, I think we only did art for 4 weeks. So that was one of the most joyous but stressful and exhausting projects I've ever worked on, because Kathy was like, Riley, I love you. Your work is great. Just do it. Get it done. Because we had so little time to get, the whole world made, as well as like the river crossing and then the town. I forget what the town at the end.
Olden,
that's right. And then we also had to do lighting, and I had to set up like over, 500 cameras or something.
Yes.
And then each camera needed 6 different lighting setups.
900 cameras.
900
Really?
cameras, yes.
Mm.
I think I'm being kind on myself for getting how many there were.
And 158 different lighting settings.
Yeah. So we did all of that in 6 weeks, which was pretty full on. But I think the art I'm most proud of was the Heartwell scene. I think mainly because like so many lovely things happened there, and it was such a specific thing that Kathy wanted. Like she sort of gave me free rein on a lot of things. Of course, like not the layout or anything, but I got to choose what the castle looked like and like what the sort of layout of the castle grounds was and everything, which was really nice. But she really wanted this Heartwell, and it was really good fun to do. But also, little bit of trivia, which Kathy probably doesn't remember and no one knows, is that tree that the golden orb grows on is actually my old lemon tree from my old house.
Really?
That. So there's actually a little bit of sort of my history in the game as well, which is quite nice.
Very nice.
But it gets blown up, you know.
I know it does. I found out that after I made it.
Just like the real tree, or?
So that was a fun surprise. But yeah, if I had to do it all again, I don't know. The only thing I would say was give me more time. But at the same time, Kathy, you were so organized. Every minute that I needed you, you were there giving me all of the answers. You had like millions of storyboards and everything set up for me, so I knew exactly where everything had to go, what it had to look, well, not what it had to look like, but basically what the idea around, like, it was a fully finished world before I came into it, which is, as a, like, 3D artist, it's such a joy to, like, read the lore and go, okay, I know what needs to be done here. And, yeah, I guess any stories I'd like to share would probably be when I first came on, and Kathy had all of the grey box art, which was basically it was a flat bit of terrain with a box on it, with another box on it with 2 cylinders on the side, and the box on top with the cylinders was the castle.
I was very proud of that castle.
And she kept going, I'm so sorry, this probably looks like nothing to you. And I'm like, this is fantastic. This is exactly what I need. I can work with this. Let's get this done. And Kathy thought that was pretty hilarious. But, you know, I mean, you're just such a character, such a lovely person to work with and be around. So, no, it was a quick but fantastic experience.
Aww. Well, and also, you were quick. You've been very efficient, and you've caught us up a little bit. We're over time, but luckily, you did well. So thank you for catching us up. Thank you for working on the project, of course, and it's just beautiful. The next person is John. So we'll just have a quick look at one of his visual effects, which is called Fires on the Net.
Can you make her angry? Hey, you're not a happy person, are you? Nobody likes you. Everybody wishes you were dead. Probably have fights.
John, every time we wanted a visual effects, he just came up and did it. We have a question for John's work.
How many lines of text did he copy and paste?
Doesn't matter. If it works, it works. How many individual visual effects did he create for Frog's Princess in just 1 week? Because he was only given a week to do that particular task.
Hey, good to see you, John.
Yeah.
All right, so now I can see you. The first question: what was the experience like working on Frog's Princess?
Yeah, it was really good. I was kind of thrusted into it. I was actually just finished up with another project, and it's kind of bam straight into it, and it was like, it wasn't what I expected, but it was actually quite a lot of fun. And Kathy was lovely to work for, and the team was so friendly and helpful. It was it was good to work with a bunch of people who were very ambitious about the project, but also I guess they felt like they had a personal investment in it, because it was a really cool game, and the idea that it wasn't with typical multiple choice games, you get like 2 choices, but this had 10, and they were very expressive, emotionally expressive, and I thought that was very cool for kids, and even just
very ambitious.
Watch them how they express themselves through the characters. So that was really cool. But yeah, the majority of my experience was cutting and pasting a lot of dialogue in the scene. I think I was staring at the Excel sheet for 8 hours a day. I think my little finger, bent backwards to an odd shape.
We needed you.
Hitting that control paste button. Yeah, it was a brutal marathon. We got there in the end. And then we got to the visual effects and layering and all that kind of background stuff, which was a lot of fun.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Got it. Circle and kick. Circle and kick. Forget it, fish face. Whoa. Yeehaw!
Mother, how do I keep Castle safe? Mother? Oh, Mother! To the right! Will you have a more worthy master than a frog?
No!
Wrong answer, Cheryl! Beware the net. Tighten the net! hot iron! Go where you will!
Ugh.
Hold her! She's turning into a bird!
Let her go. My evaluation is, if she changes this time, she'll be a bird forever.
Huh? Hey!
Oi! Got him! Gonna take it home to me kids.
Just think. Nearly wet myself over a great bit.
Yeah, it was really good.
Well, this sounds very fun. I guess the questions. What bit of art are you most proud of? Was it just that bit of visual effects, or how many do you reckon you've done as part of the whole project?
Oh, hang on, you can't
give
say
away
that.
that answer.
Oh, sorry.
After
Okay.
that shirt too, mate.
Oh yeah, that's the question. All right. What one are you most proud of?
Easily and definitely was this red electricity that came out of, I think the queen, the evil queen's hands. It was kind of like this effect that I got to do, like the evil Sith lords from
Unlimited
Star
power.
Wars, and I got to make this thing that kind of moved and swayed.
Your red orb can only be used for destruction. That's all the power anyone needs!
Look out!
Let go. I have to do this.
What? Die?
You're right, Frog Boy!
Aim it back at her! You can do it, Em! Emma! Oh, Emma! You give everything you got!
And it was actually just a bit of an experiment, and when it worked, it paid off really nicely. That was really fun to do that. I started actually just doing for fun in my free time, just making things electricity attack stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Sounds super fun. I can see why it's your favorite, definitely.
Yeah.
I guess next one. Well, if you had to do it all again, what advice would you have for Kathy and stuff?
Oof. I had to do it all again.
Transferring
better
lines.
coffee. That's what I'd have for me. But advice for Kathy? No, she was lovely, and like Riley said, she was always readily available. Always had the answers. She's very committed to the big picture, and such a great memory for all that detail. My God, so much detail, and spot on to it. I couldn't think of a better way to kind of even just manage all that stuff, because we kind of did it organically, and at the end of the day, it came together really well, and it was organized. We kind of like, all right, we need this for that, and
Actually, John, you know why it's organised? Because you made up the share sheets. You're the one that got us organised. It wasn't me, it was you.
Oh, well, it worked. Oh, I'm glad you said yes. Say yes to me more often. No, it was good. If I have any stories I'd like to share, yeah, wow. Not really. I think I kind of shared them all. Really. It was just nice to work with a nice team on a nice game. It's
It's a fantastic environment by the sounds of it.
It can be quite rare. Sometimes you can be working on a game for years. But this was just like a big smash out project. Let's get it done. and it was, and I think that was a testament to everyone's kind of ability. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really. The more I hear about, it, the more I'm proud of everyone I am. Even though I didn't work on the project, it's like really nice to hear that teamwork and everyone just knowing what they have to do and getting it done. It's really nice to hear.
We love working for Kathy. I think Kathy's a lovely person.
But never again, right? Thank you, and you are really good to work with, and you had the most awful job. At one stage, John had to just sit there and listen to make sure that the text matched the dialogue.
Yes. Man, I blocked so much out.
And he nearly went to bed.
Shame it wasn't on Steam already. Get the hours on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we forgot to do the answers. So we'll get on to John's in a sec, but we didn't do Riley's one. We've had all these guesses as to what Riley didn't have to make. The very first answer was, in fact, correct. She did not have to make a veil over a portrait. We talked about it. When it comes to John, with the number of individual special effects, so he made 21 separate individual effects all in 1 week. They all had to go special things. But in fact, when it came to where they went in the game, there were 138 places that they went in the game, and since that time there's probably 450, because I went and put that glow everywhere. The golden glow glows on every scene now, and I just was looking at every chapter thinking, do I really have? Yes, it glows. Thank you very much, John and Riley. You just you were so good to work with, and it was a horrible job for you. I knew I was rushing you, and I just needed it. You know, we could have spent years making the most beautiful medieval world, and Riley just wanted a hairbrush. She just wanted to make a hairbrush, and you know, we just had to. We couldn't do it.
I know. I was the one thing I couldn't even have that.
Yes. That's right. She couldn't even have a hairbrush. So no, you guys were just fantastic to work with, and I'm so pleased you both have, like, you're just so high up in the industry now. So we were just lucky to get you when we did.